Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video we're going to revisit the single class slide out, what you can see, do, and how. You would have seen the single class slide out already in the videos on the home dashboard and home calendar, where it was introduced briefly. But today we're going to take in a much more in-depth view of the single class slide out. Just as a reminder, you can click on the class itself from the dashboard for classes today and tomorrow, or you can click on the class from the calendar. The single class slide out will appear the same either way. So in the class slide out, you can see lots of information here. So first, you can see who is booked into the class. You can see who is making their first bookings. You can see the type of membership that the person is on. You can see whether they have paid or have yet to be charged for the class. You'll only see this if you allow the pay later function. If you allow the pay later function and members book in by choosing to pay later, they will come up as charged. So it's very important that you or your trainers make sure that you do collect the drop-in payment. You could check the person in or mark them as attended, or you can delete the person from the class as well. You can also see who, if anybody, is on the wait list. You can move them to attending if need be, and you can also remove from the class or send them a push message if you're using the mobile app. You can also see who canceled and when for the class. On the right side of the screen, we can see when the class is taking place, who the instructor is, and in what facility the class is taking place. You can book a member into the class. You can join the waitlist as well, or add members to the waitlist. You can edit the event or delete the class. We'll learn how to edit the event shortly. But before that, there's some other action buttons on the bottom. You could check in everyone. So if everyone on the list shows up, instead of checking each person in individually, you can check in everyone. Make sure to submit the attendance at the end of class. You can also send a group push notification to each member in the class. And if you needed to download the class list as a PDF, you can do so by pressing this button as well. So we have the edit this event, and you can change some of the information here. For example, if the class was going to be taking place in a different facility, or if a different instructor was going to take over for this instructor, or if the start time or the end time was going to change, you can change that here. You could change the level as well, and if you needed to make the class private, you can do so. Just make sure to press save once the changes are made. Please note that if you delete this instance of the class, or if you edit any of the details for this instance of the class, it will only affect this class. For example, I changed the trainer to Aaron for Friday, January 4th. If I go to next week's Vinyasa class, Mr. Fantastic is back as the default instructor. Same thing, if I delete the class, it will only affect that one class and not any other instances of the Vinyasa yoga class. So everyone, that is what you can do and see on the class list. For those of you who are on the gold and platinum packages, you can make all of these same edits on the Glofox Pro admin app. See you on the next video.